So today has been a wonderful celebration, bringing schools across the British province to London to meet our partners that have come from India, Guyana, Madagascar and South Sudan. So some of them joined us online, and then the others were able to travel all the way from Scotland, from St Aloysius down to London. We had St Joseph's from Hurst Green, and then we've had Donhead, Wimbledon. It's been a wonderful day celebrating our partners and their projects, where pupils have been able to engage with the projects that they are partnered with. So each school is partnered directly with a project where they learn about their partner country, the climate problem in those countries, and how they can have hope that, we can be agents of change, we can help, because these young people are so instrumental in change. Their advocacy, their voices, they are our future.
So my role is to support the Jesuits in South Sudan. So we have the Jesuits who are the directors of the different works, and I support them with liaising between them and the donors. We're meeting with some of the students studying here in the UK who also support our works through the Jesuit Missions. And for us, it's very important to meet with students and supporters of our works, just so that they can get a better understanding of what we're doing on the ground. And we can also hear from them and sort of do reflections of how different it is between the two countries. The students here are quite insightful. It's so impressive how understanding they are. They're very passionate and compassionate about their counterparts in South Sudan.
We've come to the London Jesuit Centre today to learn about our charity partners abroad and what's affecting them, and meeting the people who are really facing the troubles, so that our children get a real understanding of the fact that climate problems are affecting real people and their lives.
We've learned lots of things about Madagascar, and especially how the weather changes affects them.
We've learned that we have to help other countries and we have to stop ignoring them. It's burning off fossil fuels, and this is not affecting us, but it's affecting people in other countries as well.
So Jesuit Missions is the British province organisation working globally, overseas, and they support a programme that we have been developing over the last 8 years to introduce a model of bilingual education. When Pope Francis invited all the bishops to reflect on the work the Church was called to be doing in the Amazon, then the need for an appropriate model of education that valued the language and culture of indigenous people. And that's something that we had already begun. We'd been doing it for a good number of years before the Synod on the Amazon. Synod on the Amazon came as a confirmation that this is the right direction in which we should be moving. As the Jesuit, in one way, we are accompanying that program, seeing how it is evolving through the work and effort of the people of the communities. I've been really impressed by the level of interest, the intelligence of the questions the children are asking, and the connections that they were able to make with the children of their own age in Guyana, and talking about global issues.
I think it's great to bring over partners, because even when I try my best to bring their voices here, it's better for them to come and to see all the work that we do here inside of the UK, and also realize that we are working together, that we are working on a partnership.
Because this is Jesuit Missions Partners Week, and with schools, we really wanted to center on the projects, bringing them to life. We often do a lot of benefactoring, and we support and accompany people who are heavily affected by the climate crisis and other human rights issues across the world. And being from Colombia and from an indigenous group, this is something that is very near and dear to my heart. I think that when you live in the global north, in a bubble, you need the reality brought to you. And this is the unique opportunity to do that. And unless you really paint the picture and bring the voices of the territory that are often silenced on purpose, you're not going to really see or feel connected to what you're supporting. So these children, they will benefit not only from knowing the reality, but from being connected to that by hearing the voices, being able to dialogue, ask questions, understand, but also how can they, without just feeling the guilt of it, also be pushed to action and called to something that is sustainable long-term, what the Jesuits call and what a lot of the faith-based world calls an ecological conversion. but that starts at the very, very front. And of course, these are seeds of hope.
We're here because it's a fantastic opportunity to meet with other students and to meet with real people from different parts of the world to tell us about their personal lived experiences. So often our students hear these stories second, third, fourth hand, and it can seem very remote. Actually being able to be in a room with someone who is working on the ground in South Sudan and sharing about the culture and just some of the quite jarring differences is really insightful and so much more impactful when you're hearing it from someone who's working there on the ground with real people.
So we've been learning about Jesuit actions in countries. We've been particularly learning about South Sudan. We've learned about how they help the local communities there and the effects of climate change in South Sudan.
For me, I think that, you know, for us in the UK, school is something that's just so normalised. You wouldn't think of people our age not going to school, but for them, you know, school's a privilege, and it really makes you realise how lucky we are.
The theme today was sowing seeds of solidarity and hope. They gathered in solidarity, relating to St. Ignatius and his companions, and the pupils really engaged with how to be in solidarity, all the schools coming together, and they were able to understand what hope looks like.
I think at the end of the day, that's the work that Jesuit Mission is doing here, like building bridges between people here and people abroad and between the projects that we are working with. So yeah, it was a great day.